Yo, what's up, guys? What's happening? I just wanted to come on here live for a few minutes and talk about Jordan Maxwell and what he meant to me, and just remembering what he brought to the table and his influence on my work. He just passed away. It's like 80 years old, I believe it was, right at 80. His work meant a lot to me. He'll continue to live on through not only my work, but the work of everybody that he inspired. His work is timeless, and what he represented, and encouraging people to seek truth. What he brought to the table. There's a lot of skeptics, man. There's a lot of people. He got a lot of haters. Jordan Maxwell had a lot of haters because he stepped on a lot of toes. He exposed what was behind the curtain. If you want to know what Jordan Maxwell did, who he was, what he represented, just look at The Wizard of Oz and Dorothy, how she goes and meets the Wizard of Oz as this big, powerful entity, and pulls the curtain back. Hold on, this is just a little man. This is a little man. And so what Jordan Maxwell represented is he went in and studied and was a part of a lot of the major religious structures, Christianity for sure. He was a Jehovah's Witness. And so he showed the inconsistencies in their belief systems, in their doctrines, in their texts that didn't even match up with the things that they claimed that they believed in. The Bible showed you the root words of things that we just believe because someone told us. Clergy, pastors, whatever. He showed you what was hidden by the priest class and kept away from the lay people like us. And he was hated for that. He was hated for that by the majority, by the masses. But he was respected by the truth seekers, the people who knew that there was something more to it. The people who knew that there's something you're not telling us. There's something that you're keeping away from us. And so Jordan Maxwell was married to the truth, man. Gave his life in pursuit of truth. And so he means a lot to me. I'm doing what I'm doing today because of his work. So it's definitely anything that he represents, his spirit, his essence, his life's work will live on through me, and not only through me. I can die tomorrow, it's done, right? But everybody that I touch, everybody that I inspired, were inspired by Jordan Maxwell. I mean, that's how this thing works. So we got to give our roses, and I continued and continue to give roses while people are alive. Let these people know, man, how much they mean to you while they're here. Let them know. Everybody wants to come out the woodwork once they're gone. Oh yeah, he was a real revolutionary, and he meant so much. Listen, let these folks know why they're here, man. Give them their roses, even if they don't receive them. Jordan, anytime somebody jumped on a call with him or an interview or whatever, they told him how much his work meant to them, and he was hard to receive it, just because he knew how deep his work went, or how it wasn't butterflies, man. It wasn't all beautiful. It was scary stuff. It is scary stuff to know that everything that you've been taught, everything that you've believed is a lie. Jordan represented that, letting people know what's being hidden from the masses. Religion is given to the masses. Easter's given to the masses. Christmas is given to the masses. Your birthday is given to the masses. All of this is given to the people, different names and terminology, but the clergy, all of them, they know who this points back to. They give us religion. They give it to us in a digestible form because you wouldn't understand. You know, Jordan was big on that, wanting to know the roots, where these holidays came from, where these names and these terms and these gods, where they came from. Asking the bigger questions, man, that's what he represented. And that spirit that he came in is inside of us. And again, it wasn't easy. It was not what Jordan brought wasn't a easy pill to swallow. Even for me, like I had the privilege of just starting out. Like listen, when I started podcasting, I podcast full time. I get to wake up and do this for a living, man. When I started out, day one, Jordan Maxwell came on my podcast and talked to me. He did an interview with some no-name, stuttering Christian dude. You know what I'm saying? Broken English, Ebonics. Came on and did an interview with me. Got a lot of views. Thousands of people listening, you know. Came on and did an interview. And I remember, you can go back and listen to literally maybe every interview that I've done with Jordan, is that he ends up pissing people off, pissing me off, scaring people, and even me, for sure. Early on, even to this day, the truth is going to scare you. The truth is going to set you free, but first it's going to piss you off. So I remember just even the first couple of times that I interviewed Jordan back in 2012 or whatever, I had to cut him off just because he was, I wouldn't say that it was too deep. It was just, honestly, it was the spirit that he was coming with. Man, Jordan, at the end, man, he got bitter. Let's just be honest with you. He got bitter. He felt like his work was in vain. He felt like people weren't listening. Even those of us who were listening, we weren't getting the severity of it. We always saw the bright side. Look at the bright side, Jordan. Jordan did not see the bright side. Never. All the interviews I've done with him, dating back to 2012, it always ended. He'd drop you some gems, man, some really good gems, and I'd keep him on track. And he'd go far left and he'd get dark. Jordan would get dark and it would scare me. And I'm a man of hope. I'm a man of belief. I'm a man of faith. And I didn't like that, you know, and I couldn't digest it at the time. And I really can't digest it now, to be honest with you. But he would always go dark and I'd cut him off. I said, all right, Jordan, appreciate you coming on, man. We'll do it again. Thank you, sir. And I cut him off. Wow, that was deep. That was heavy. You know, it really was heavy. It sucked all the oxygen out the room. And so people could feel that in his speech, because the truth is stranger than fiction. And Jordan was married to that, getting that out there. Didn't care what coating he had to put on it or what container he had to put it in. Jordan gave you the raw truth, where it came from, as he saw it, as the scriptures taught it. Jordan was in love with the scriptures, man. You can tell he was a student of the word, student of the Bible. He was a devout Jehovah's Witness and found things in the Bible that these people couldn't answer. These people could not give an answer for he's a student of the word. As most pastors tell you, you should be. Read the word for yourself. Pray. Ask God to reveal it to you. And he did. And he's finding things in there that none of the clergy, none of the elders, none of those people could explain. So he started seeking it for himself, just like many of us. That's who he is. That's what he represented till his dying breath. Jordan was on his deathbed, man. But if you called him up and said, hey, Jordan, Jordan will do an interview with you, man. He was easily accessible. I can call Jordan at any moment. Jordan, you want to do an interview? You want to do a podcast? Let's do it. I've got to get this truth out. He was dedicated, man. And I respected that, you know. He was dedicated to the truth. He was dedicated to getting it out. He was married to it. You know, in that a lot of it I didn't understand. Now that he's gone, you know, a lot of it's making more sense. He's passed his mantle on to people like me and to people who were impacted by his work. People who were impacted by his words. And I just be honest with you, like, if early on, like, you know, I come from the church, man. I was a Christian rapper and those things, and I got into spirituality, and I got into some of the deeper things and the books that were taken out of the Bible, and music that just promoted spirituality from a different aspect. So I found Jordan's work, you know, and early on was documentaries like Matrix of Power, and I named a song, one of the last songs on my album, Matrix of Power, that was on a Christian rap album, Matrix of Power, in honor and veneration for what I was studying and paying it forward. And in the Christian realm, like, if there's any disagreements, I always cite, and it's only if you know his work, but Tech Nine, the rapper, OWHH, off with his head. The people chant it, they scream it, off with his head. Anytime that you disagree with anything in the mainstream narrative of Christianity, of politics, or whatever, they're going to cut your head off. Get ready. It comes with the territory. And so I definitely received my share of that, of being interested in, like, I say astrology, but astrology as it pertains to the Bible. The Mazzaroth, the Zodiac, Orion, the Pleiades, all of those things mentioned of in the Bible. Pastors had no idea that it was even in there to begin with, and they demonized all of that. Jordan Maxwell told you why it was in there, how it fit, where it came from, and how it pertains to you today. The pastors will say, listen, you'll just find out when you get to heaven, ask God. You know, when you get to heaven, ask God, he'll tell you. No, I want to know now. If the ancients knew it, if Jesus knew it, Paul knew it, and those who came before him knew it, then yes, for us. Jordan Maxwell was dedicated to getting that truth out. And you're not finding the answers in church. What you're finding in church is a breadcrumb. Literally, even the Eucharist. Come back next week. Come back next week to get more. I want more this week, like during the week. No, Sunday morning, we'll get it to. No, what about through the week? Just give you enough hope to keep coming back. Jordan represented the heart of the seeker. He gave his life for it. Come on, man. So, of me coming out of the church, coming out of that madness, come out of her, my people, I found Jordan Maxwell. And if you disagreed with anybody in the church realm, it was, listen, off with your head. Was Jesus God, or was he the Son of God? You got two choices. And we're going to right down the middle. Whatever choice you choose is wrong to like a majority. And we're going to keep bringing it. Trump or Biden, Bush or Bin Laden. You know what I'm saying? You just keep, it's dividing the people. And the church is propagating that as well. So the church has no answers for the seeker. Jordan Maxwell represented, to me, as a young person dedicated to the truth, or what I thought was truth at the time, and continue to think what is truth, is he represented somebody of notability, somebody of stature who would put his phone number out and would answer his call. Good luck getting your pastor to answer your call and talk to you for 2 hours about the word, about the scriptures. Listen, Jordan Maxwell is huge, a celebrity. Maybe he didn't know it. The dude's huge, man. Everybody looks up to him and fights for his time. But early on, like, Jordan Maxwell would answer my call, and he'll talk to me for hours. You know, let me pick his brain, and I called my friends on three-way. Stephen Cook, The Voice, we call them three-way. Bro, I got Jordan Maxwell on the phone. And we call and we just listen. We'd ask questions and be like, hold on, young man. Let me finish speaking. And he'd just be going. Answering our questions, man. And that meant a lot for me, for somebody who, I guess I would say, came up without a father and had somebody like that who gave you their time. Listen, I'm a celebrity. I got to be careful with my time. I can't jump on a call with random people and go and hang out for 2-3 hours. I can't do it. Jordan Maxwell did that, and with me and a couple friends. And he spoke truth to us, and that meant a lot to me, man. That he would get on the call with me, and I recorded some of it, and old stuff from 2012. He promoted and endorsed my albums. I couldn't get any pastors to promote or endorse anything. Once we started disagreeing on stuff, once they found out that you believe in astrology or you believed in anything that they didn't believe in, you're done. It's off with your head. I mean, even small, stupid, minute stuff, tithing. It doesn't matter what it is. If you disagree with them, you're done. They can't be seen with you. They can't endorse your work. None of that. Jordan Maxwell, he's like, look what you need. I got you, man. I said, bro, I got my new album coming out. Like, your work has inspired me to put this in my music. Can you give me an endorsement? Sure. What do you want me to say? Man, just say you're in Jordan Maxwell and you endorse it, man. Got you. Okay, I'm recording. Jordan Maxwell, give me a drop. Listen, I'm Jordan Maxwell. TruthSeekah means this. And if you tap into the ancient fire of religion and spirituality, Jordan wasn't stingy with his drops. And so to find somebody who endorsed my work early on versus getting the cold shoulder, that meant a lot to me. And him spending hours on the phone with me, it meant a lot to me. Still means a lot to me. I'm just saying what he means to me. What else does he mean to me? So again, his words were hard to swallow. Still are. Still are. Listen, y'all. On everything. Jordan joined our Thursday night School of the Mystics, which is the community thing that I got going on. Every Thursday night we have a hangout. I have a hangout because I can't spend 2 hours with either. I try to get everybody together and we hang out in a Zoom call, and that's on my Patreon. $5 get you access to that. I would surprise them. I say, hey Jordan, can you come on and say hello to my students and say hell? They wouldn't even know. Ding dong. Jordan Maxwell jumps in. All these, what the Jordan Maxwell? And he told us, I feel like it was October 2019, he joined. Jordan, we love you. We appreciate your work. Thank you, Jordan. All right, thank you, guys. Listen, everyone, what is coming to America is going to be devastating. Wars is coming. They're going to be rioting in the streets. The government's about to do some things to the people. Listen, Jordan scared the hell out of us, but we were like, no, Jordan, no. It's hope, man, hope. Jesus, brother. Jesus, Jordan. Come on, what about Jesus? No, listen, what is coming? I want to warn you, what is coming? We kind of, I want to say we laughed at him, but we're like, Jordan, man, take a chill pill, bro. It's going to be okay. And even my friends who were deep were on the call with me, and they're like, yeah, man, Jordan, they're debating Jordan Maxwell on the call with me. Jordan, that can't happen. The people would never go for this, what you're saying, Jordan. He was talking about COVID. He was talking about what the Illuminati was planning to do that he caught wind of and he knew about. He warned us before it happened. And we couldn't see it. Because we can only see right in front of us. We see it through a fog dimly, a glass dimly. And literally 4 months later, everything Jordan Maxwell told us came out. Like I recorded it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put this out, man. I'm going to let people know that Jordan Maxwell knew about, But my whole thing was not wanting to scare people. You know, I want to give people hope. I want to give people, look at the bright side. That's what I represent. The bright side, the light side, the bright and morning star. That's what we represent. We're light bringers, carriers of light, divine ancient knowledge, who we are, the truth of who we are. Jordan had a glimpse of that. Jordan's light was dimmed because he knew the atrocities that was going on behind the scenes. What was going on in the Catholic Church. What was going on in the government. The secret society. Jordan knew. He studied. He gave his life over to it. And he told you. He told you. Told you exactly what was happening. And we didn't believe it. We still don't believe it. But people are waking up now. I will say this. After conspiracy theories comes spiritual awakening. That's a bright side. That's a bright side. So I can't even count the ways. Like I can't. There's no way. Like he. I sampled his music. So to be honest with you, the stuff I really resonated with Jordan was his UFO, his alien encounters, and being protected by the divine. And he had so many beautiful stories of ufology and the gods and who they were and how they're watching over their chosen people. And how they came to him and said, we're going to protect you until your work is done. He told those stories. Honestly, he told those with Carrie Cassidy from Project Camelot. I tried to get him on my podcast to talk about that. And so he kind of like had given up hope. And he wouldn't even recall those beautiful stories, to be honest with you. He would vaguely mention them, but he would always go back to what was coming. Be ready, be prepared, people. Don't worry. Listen, it's coming is a dark night. You know, and the sad thing is that Jordan would say, and it would break us to the core. He'd say, the only thing I have to look forward to is death. All of his later interviews, he said, I know I don't do a good job saying it, but his workman, his work meant a lot to me, man. He gave me a cosign on my music. Gave me a cosign on my book. He wrote the forewords in my book. He didn't even ask me for no money. I gave him money. He didn't ask me for nothing. The little small stuff, but like I said, I mean, I didn't understand it. I'll never understand it. Said the only thing he had to look forward to was death. Come on, man. What's going on when the only thing you got to look forward to is death? Man, life is beautiful, man. he peered into things that were secret, things that were sacred. And he showed us, listen, you don't have to become a Freemason for 20 years to understand the secrets of Freemasonry. You don't have to become a Buddhist for 20 years to understand the secrets of Buddhism. You don't have to become a Christian for 20 years to understand the secrets of Christianity. God is speaking to his people, to be honest with you. Jordan represented that in the physical sense because he studied all of these world religions. And he came back with their secrets and he told their secrets openly. He took the Statue of Liberty, the goddess of Columbia, and he pulled her skirt up and showed her for all that she is. Every religion that had something to hide from the people, he brought it to the table. All of your religions that are hiding stuff from you, he brought it to the table, man. He threw it out there, whether you can digest it or swallow it or not. Now, admittedly, I can't. It's hard as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't lie to you. I cannot. It's hard, but I'm learning. So I'm thankful for what he represented. I'm thankful for what he tried to do, even if we're now just seeing it. That the clergy, that the Masons, that the Christianity, your pastor, the Catholic Church, they all worship the gods of old. And they give you religion. They give you Easter. They give you Christmas. They give you Jesus. They give you all of this umbrella. But no, hold on. We want to worship what y'all. We want to know what y'all know. What do y'all know? No, you don't know. You're not privy to this. Jordan represented finding it out and bringing it to the masses. Oh, Jordan was secret. You know all the BS people say about Jordan Maxwell and who he was, and he was in the Illuminati. Man, Jordan died an old man, bitter and sad with nothing to his name, bro. They took everything from him. He didn't even have no family with him. We're his family. He didn't have nobody by his bedside. It's deep. He was dedicated, man. Salute. Jordan Maxwell, man, a real one. A real one. I put him in my music as much as I can. I'll be honest with the things that I didn't understand or still don't understand. The stuff that was hard to swallow, the stuff that is still hard to swallow. But you know what? Everything's coming full circle. When a person dies, they give up their mantle. What they represented and what they carried is now released into the atmosphere for everybody to pick up. As you're willing to pick it up, as your cup is able to carry what Jordan Maxwell carried. If you need it, if it's anything beautiful, if it's anything good that can help you on your journey, you're privy to it now. And it doesn't even have to come through the container of Jordan Maxwell. It can come through the container of whatever you can carry. Because most of y'all can't carry what that man carried. I can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't. I'm TruthSeekah. I can't carry it. Scared the shit out of me, to be honest with you. Be honest with you. He was right. He was right about a lot of stuff. You know, I just hope that we can keep hope. You know, keep hope alive. To be able to know those things and still walk with clean hands and a pure heart. You know. And when it comes to Jesus, man, I pissed a lot of people off, to be honest with you. I pissed a lot of people off. Because I had Jordan Maxwell on my podcast and I had him speaking beautifully about Jesus, beautifully about the person of Christ and what he represented and who he is today. Man, it was so good. It was so good. And I would say, I said, Jordan, you remind me a lot of Jesus, man, because he preached the truth and he sought the truth and yet he was crucified by his own people. Yeah, that's what happens. Once you find the truth, the people will crucify you. And he would light up when I would talk about Christ, but he was kind of married to the whole allegory, the analogy, the deeper meaning of Christ, which is what most church folks and Christians can't fathom. So I think that he was so staunch about the allegory and about the personification that the literal, flesh and blood person of Jesus, most Gnostics ain't trying to hear that. Most truth seekers ain't trying to hear that, because they're not about relationship. The person of Jesus Christ is about relationship, for sure. But I would talk to Jordan about it, and he would light up, and I piss people off because they're like, hold on, we thought Jordan said Jesus was fake. We thought Jordan said that Jesus was a lie, or made up by the Roman Church, or made up by this and made up by, and then but Jordan's like talking all eloquently and saying, yeah, Jesus was the most beautiful person who ever existed, the most noble, the most humble, and he was just going in. And so all of the comments on that video, that video is over 100,000 views, and like people are hating. She said, oh, I'm confused because Jordan said that Jesus was an allegory. And Jesus is all of that. See, that's what makes Jesus so beautiful, is that he is all of those things and more. All of your religions acknowledge Jesus Christ. The Muslims acknowledge him. They try to claim him as their own. The Hindus acknowledge him, and they try to claim him as their own. The Buddhists build shrines to him and try to claim him as their own. The Christians, the Jews, they all acknowledge him. Every religion acknowledge. That's why he's so, man, listen, and those who lack religion, science acknowledges his story. Listen, it is in every realm of creation. What Jordan also brought to the table is astro-theology, astrology, and how the story of Christ is in the stars. That's how big Jesus is, man. That's how big that story goes. Whatever your anatomy, the Christos oil that rises up the spine into enlightenment, into the third eye, and blossom, and Moses and Aaron, and they had rods that would, magical rods that would blossom and would bloom. And Mary Magdalene, even her name means, Mary means rebellion, and Magdalene means the tower or the spine. And there was a rebellion in the psyche that would cause an enlightening whenever confronted with truth of Christ and the beauty of what that represents. Listen, you're getting these deeper stories from those who are seeking the truth, who are going out there bringing that beauty to the table, man. Bringing that beauty to the table. So listen, Jordan's early stories of being guided and ufology and UFO contact, that's what, honestly, early on, that's what piqued my interest. I'm going to be honest with you. Hearing Jordan share about that. As a young man who could just go out into the open field and raise my hands and ask for a sighting, and the ships begin to appear. The fire begins to show up. The stars begin to move. They begin to transform and unfold, and like a blossom, and something comes out. Jordan talked about this. I started to experience that. My pastor wouldn't talk to me about that. That's demons, brother. Stay away. Be very careful. No, it's not demons. It's chariots of fire. Jordan went above and beyond to talk about this. And you know what? Every person, every soul that I impact, I got to pay homage. I got to pay homage. All of my Christian friends, you guys know the Christians are now getting into the zodiac. They're acknowledging the stars. They're acknowledging the ages. The age of Aquarius is upon us, brothers and sisters. Jesus represented the age of Pisces. I want to tell you, all of you church folks, you wouldn't know that without Jordan Maxwell. You would not know that without the work of Jordan Maxwell. Because the Christian teacher that you look up to and you love, he listened to Jordan Maxwell. But he can't cite the sources. He can't tell you that. Because if you look at my timeline, and as I continue to do, anytime I pay homage and salute, it's off with my head. The Christian folks can't stand it. How can you endorse Jordan Maxwell? How can you endorse it? Listen, you got to give roses, man. I'm not finna steal this man's work and not pay homage. Who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? Colin? What's his name? Colin? Who do you think I am? Billy Carson? You think I'm Billy Carson? Steal people's memes and put my name on it? Damn you. No. You got to give credit where credit is due, man. And I'm going to walk in honor, man. I'm going to walk in honor. Jordan Maxwell, get that man his roses. Whoever it is. If I learned it from somebody, give the roses. Pay it forward. Steal somebody's work and try to take credit for it. Church folks is doing that. Listen, man, salute. Pay homage while these people are here. Say their name. Say their name. Trace it back where they came from. Y'all stealing people's work, man. That makes me sick, bro. I'll never respect you. Well, we can't because if we say their name, then the Christians get mad. Well, damn a Christian. Truth is truth. Care if you're a Christian or not. Somebody steal your work and not give you credit. Man, listen, Jordan Maxwell, I'm putting his lectures in my music. And I'm telling you where I disagree or where it was hard for me to swallow. I'm not finna steal nobody's work. Listen, there's a lot of stuff that I've come to on my own. But even that is channeled. I find somebody that lives in the 1700s who believed everything that's being downloaded to me as an epiphany. Straight from the Creator, straight from the cosmos to me. Don't know nobody speaking about this. But then you find people who wrote books on this from the 1700s. Oh, I'm finna say their name. I'm finna say their name. Don't say their name. Make them think you came up with it. No, man, that's the enemy. That's the devil. Whatever you think the devil is, that's the devil. Take credit. Take glory for it. No. Don't seek out your own glory. Give credit where credit is due. I gotta say his name. Helena Petrona Blavatsky. I gotta say her name. It's offensive. Listen, the name of Jesus Christ is offensive, but you continue to say it. You continue to say that. That's a super offensive name. I can say right now on my page, all praise be to Yahweh. All praise be to King Jesus, King of Kings and Lord of Lords, who has made me a ruler and a divine prince under the order of Melchizedek because of what he did. You'll get all kind of hate. Listen, everybody's got opinions. It causes contention. That's what the truth does. People attack it. People try to attack the messenger first. Well, you know Jordan Maxwell wasn't his real name. His real name was Russell Pine. Listen, I never heard him come out and say it. Be honest with you. And I was going to get him on a sit down and really just go in on all the conspiracies and get him to tell me. I never did it. I was. But they say, his name was Russell Pine. And he got his name from Isis Unveiled, which is a book by Blavatsky. And it was about the river of Jordanus Maximus. The river Jordanus Maximus. And supposedly because he was infatuated with her work and he paid it forward. So much so that he would use that pen name for his work. I don't know that though. I don't know. He never told me. People say it. People that don't understand. I still get flack for mentioning his name, but I'm gonna do it, and you should too. You should too. You should mention the people's names that give credit, because if you want people to honor you, if you want people to respect you, you gotta honor, you gotta respect others. That's just what it is. So I don't respect anybody that steals work. Again, I don't know his name, Colin or whatever his name is, like Unveiled or whatever. Folks are stealing work, man. Billy Carson, he's big now. Billy Carson's huge now. He got his platform by stealing other people's work and putting his name on it. Stealing other people's work and putting his name on it. Man, get out of here. I'm gonna give homage. I'm gonna give love. Even in my song, I had to. Spirit is compelling me. I say, arrive and arise. We stand on the back of giants. Tessarian, Blavatsky, Maxwell, and Bonacci. McKenna was a bridge to the realms of psilocybin. Man is a little world, a microcosm inside the great universe, the macrocosm. You got to give homage. Be stealing people's work. Integrity is the name of the game. You want to know the weight of the kingdom? The currency of the kingdom? It's integrity, man. You want to know how to summon angels and move spirits and open portals? It's integrity, man. Give a damn about who you claim to be on the internet or whatever. What you learn don't mean nothing. It is as dung. Your righteousness is as filthy rags, dungs. Your integrity, your love, your beauty, your bliss, and what you do with your time, that's the currency of the kingdom. That will open up realms and portals to the divine and to the unknown. And I believe Jordan opened that up. Whether he left it on the table years ago, I don't know. I do know this, that it came down to a point, to be honest with you, I didn't want to interview Jordan Maxwell anymore at the end of his life, to be honest with you. I mean, I said in 2012, I didn't want to interview him because I remember these beautiful stories, but he was only concerned with doom and gloom. And so I honored him and what he represented, but the doom and gloom stuff, it really shook me. It still shakes me. I don't want to talk about it. I want to give a hope. I want to talk about a hope for the hopeless. And I think whether that's something that Jordan didn't see, he brought his torch only so far. We grab it, we pick it up, and we run with it. The bearers of light, the light bearers, the Luciferians, the true light of the world, Christ crucified in you, out of you. Christ in you is the hope of glory. Christ out of you, the love, the light, the beauty, the bliss out of you is the manifestation of that glory. That's what we represent. Did they all have it figured out? No. Do I have it figured out? No. I have a piece, a strong piece. I'm going to take it. I'm going to run with it. And hopefully hand it off to somebody who's been inspired by my music, who's been inspired by my podcast, who's been inspired by my transparency, that they can feel comfortable in their own skin and do the same thing. That's what Jordan Maxwell represented to me. I've used his words, his lectures in my music. I'll continue to use it, And he just needs to get the honor that he deserves. And he will. Anything that I represent, I'm standing strong, man. I'm standing strong. You know how many messages from Christians I've been getting in this week, ever since I posted some of my lyrics or some of my devotion or honor to Jordan Maxwell? People been writing me, and what about this, and what about that, what about this? Man, what about nothing? What did I share? What do you mean? I told one young man, I try not to talk to most of these people in Messenger and stuff like that because they just can't get it. You got to be careful throwing your pearls before swine, to be honest with you. So I try not to debate with people in Messenger. Weirdos in Messenger too, for sure. But, I can't, they're like, how can you honor Jordan Maxwell or mention Blavatsky? Or even one guy said, how can you mention Santos in the middle of those? Santos Bonacci, how can you mention his name in the middle of them? Listen, I cannot make you see people the way I see them. I can't. I'm going to make you, what can I say to you to make you honor somebody you think is a devil? You think this man is a devil. You think this man is a devil worshiper. Like in your mind, that's what you think. Your religion and the things that you watched on YouTube have got you thinking. So you'll take one snippet of a lecture or one sentence out of a book and judge these entire people's work on that. Man, you don't get out of my face. Madame Blavatsky, this says she brought in over 6 feet worth of materials that she wrote to be interpreted, to be put in the books. And you're going to break that down into one sentence? Get out of here with that. I'm a pie face you. Bop. It's a pie. Bop. Pie in the face like a clown. Man, you got to give honor, man. You're ridiculous. You're taking people's stuff out of context, as you should, because you're not ready. That's the weird thing, the dichotomy of it all. I'm going to be honest with you. the dichotomy of it all. To look at the Masons, to look at the Catholic Church, to look at the hierarchy, your pastor, who be hiding stuff from you. I gotta salute them too. Because like inwardly, they know that the masses can't handle it. They know the masses can't handle it. They know. They know. You don't want to know the truth. I gotta salute Hollywood. You can't handle the truth. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. You can't. You really can't. You think you can, but you can't. So what do? You demonize what you don't understand. I say you, I'm pointing it back at myself. I'm pointing at myself. We demonize what we don't understand. Easter is of the devil. When you find out the roots of Easter, you'll find out that the Babylonian goddess Ishtar is being worshipped. Well, she was worshipped in the Garden of Eden too, sir. No, she wasn't. Yes, she was. No, she wasn't. Yes, she was. No, you can't. Yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Listen, truth is stranger than fiction. But if you want the truth, you got to be married to the truth. And not married to doctrine. And I'll be honest with you, I've been married to doctrine. Been married to a narrative. But when you're married to the truth, you got to be willing to go wherever she says, let's go. If she said, hey, jump in the car, we got to go. You got to be ready to go. Well, I thought we were staying here for a while. No, we got to go. We're going deeper. We're shaking the foundations. Everything you thought you knew is being shaken. Whatever is built upon that truth will remain. That's Christ. That's the foundation of love, of beauty, of bliss, which is truth, for sure. Jordan Maxwell brought that out. Can't lie to you, scared me. Still scares me. I'm immersed in this stuff, even probably more than ever now, right now. I'm talking about 12 hours of study during the day of the Bible and of the Sumerian gods and of the Greek gods that are hidden of in your Bible. I'm immersed in it. It's scary. For shock, I'm a Christian. I'm a Christian mystic. I'm a mystic. That kind of gives leeway to some of the cool stuff. But I'm a Christian. I believe in Christ crucified. I believe in that story and what it represents to me. But the deeper we start looking, we find out that those people that we venerated and we venerate in the Bible, they were pagans and they were gods. They were gods. They were part of the divine council of Elohim. And we can't even wrap our mind around that, so we start making up stories about the divine council. Most of us have studied some of that, the divine council, but those were humans. Or what we think were humans anyway. They weren't humans. They were humans mixed with something. Humans mixed with a god. If you are a son of God, you are a human mixed with a god. You are illuminated by the gods. Who were the divine council? The ones we read about in the Bible. Were they angels? Was Michael an angel? Listen, y'all. Noah. These weren't regular people. These were not regular humans. These were Nephilim. These were Nephilim. Jordan Maxwell been trying to tell you that. No, and the Christian side comes in and all the Christians attack him and go against his character, and it's getting deep, y'all. It's getting super deep. But you know what? That's how we get to the truth. Do you really want the truth? Most of us don't. Let's be honest. I got to ask myself daily. And I feel like I'm like a face of this movement. You feel me? Do you really want to know? Kinda. Kinda. No, do you really want to know? Do you love me, Peter? Do you agape me? Well, I phileo you, Lord. Filio you, Lord. Do you love me like agape loves her children? No, I love you like Filio loves her children. Who is agape and a filio? The world may never know. But again, when we're paying homage and honor, listen, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. if I'm giving honor to Jordan Maxwell for what he represented, and I find out that there were more beings that assisted the Israelites and that assist us now, that assist those birds behind me singing their song, I gotta give homage. I gotta pay honor for everything beautiful. That's what spirituality is. That's what this is. And you gotta be open to that. What if it goes against what you've been taught? Well, buckle up, because all of it goes against everything that you've been taught. All of it. Even when you think you're deep, because most of us think we're deep, and because of that, there's cognitive dissonance that sets in, and there's years of you holding on to who the Nephilim are, what they represent, where they're at, what hell is, who hell, all of this stuff. You think you know it because you've got some secret knowledge, but then that gets unwound, and you find out that, dang, I was wrong. It's deeper than I thought. And it goes against everything that we learned. Listen, guys, Jordan Maxwell represented that. 100%. He gave his life for it, and I appreciate everything that he meant to me, and he meant a lot to me, and I know he means a lot to many of you, and even unknowingly. That's the beautiful thing, that unknowingly, that you're influenced by his work and you don't even know it. Christians are teaching about the Mazzaroth in the Bible. What is the Mazzaroth? It's the zodiac in the Bible. It is the houses of God. It is the gates of the temple that are opened through certain phases of the moon, through certain times of the year. Jordan Maxwell, he was the only one teaching on that. You know who's teaching on this now? A man by the name of Perry Stone, big time preacher. He's taking Dr. Emoto's work. He's taking Pythagoras' work. He's taking all these, man, give these folks their flowers, man. Say their names. Say it. Pythagoras. Jordan Maxwell. Say their names, man. Give these folks homage. Well, if it's in the Akashic, then it was just kind of info that they channeled anyway, so you don't have to give those people credit. That's ego trying to give credit, man. Give these folks their flowers, man. Let these people know that they're appreciated while they're here. Let these people know, man, I listen to your music, bro. It just inspires me. Wow. Because guess what? I'm going to tell you, oh, man, what song? Because listen, once we get to the detail, I'm finna tell you where I got the info from. Whether it was downloaded, or a book you need to read, or a lost book of the Bible, or a lecture that changed my life by listening to T.D. Jakes, him articulating where we were before we came here. Listen, I want you to listen, because it inspired me. It changed my life. And if my song impacted you, then the 2-hour lecture is gonna impact you even more. And it's gonna make my song mean more to you as well. That's how this works. I'm gonna pay homage if I know it. You got to give credit where credit is due. Listen, thank the bank for the money. Thank God for you. I told a young man to hit me up, and a couple of them have. How can you mention Jordan Maxwell? Helena Blavatsky, do you know what she represented? She represents Lucifer. Do you know what she represents the left hand? Man, I don't know none of that. You know that. I don't know none of that. Let me tell you what they mean to me. I can't make you look at these people the way that I look at them. I can't make you honor people that you're designed to hate. But I'm going to be an example and show you that the people that they told us were our enemies are in fact our biggest teachers. And God has hidden something within their work, within their story, within their lineage that we need. And you got to step out of the boat, Peter. You got to keep your eyes fixated on that which is beautiful, Peter, and look straight ahead. White magic for the magi. View life through thy third eye. Elevate new levels in the mind when you let your ego die. The seeker he shall find. New dimensions in the mind. Your life is synchronized. You're divine by design. Listen, for you to understand any of that, you got to know that God has hidden himself in everything. Whatever you call God. Jesus is God. Well, that's the one. He's hidden himself in a mystery that is veiled to only those who are initiated. His 12. The masses thought he was a crazy person. They still think he's a crazy person. The real Jesus. But those who are in tune with his word, those who remember his voice, they get it. They get it. They get the mystery. And I know this is deep, guys. But listen, deep calls unto deep. And I'm not saying this as a teacher. I know many people look up to me as a teacher. Listen, I'm a student, bro. And I get that from Jordan Maxwell, to be honest with you. He taught me that. I can't learn from know-it-alls. I'm going to be honest with you. I cannot learn from know-it-alls. I can't. I shut myself off. And maybe that's an error of me. You know what I'm saying? There's things I need to learn from know-it-alls, but I can't. There's a spirit of humility. There's a student that I resonate with. Jordan Maxwell said, never trust the people who claim to have it all figured out. Never trust the people who claim to have the truth. But you can always trust the people seeking it. It's deep. You know what? People ain't got nothing to sell you. I got stuff to sell you, man. We got a retreat coming up. I got a book. I got music. I got stuff to sell. I have to salute the people who are just there because they're married to the truth. They don't have nothing to gain from it. You know? That's truth. At the end of the day, that is unadulterated. That is unpackaged. When you get to break it down like a present. Wow. Man, shout out. It reminds me of who I was, of who I am, that person that I'm tapping back into, that student, literally a student. I've been someone who's just been like given over to articulating what I've learned over the years, which is a lot. I mean, last 20 years, articulating it, trying to put it in conversation format, to be honest with you, just to talk about it. But I'm tapping back into the student aspect of like digging. And when I mean digging, I don't mean just dabbling. I mean 12 hours a day. I mean 8 hours a day. I mean waking up at 2 a.m. because you hear a voice that says write this down and you write it down. I'm talking about like manic. I'm talking about crazy person for the truth. A lot of pastors started out there. They were passionate. A lot of seekers started out there. They were passionate, but they gave it up. They gave it up. And maybe I did somewhere along the way. But I'm back. Papa's got a brand new bag. Papa's got a brand new bag. You know what I'm saying? If you married to the truth, it's going to wake you up. Hey, write this down, man. Michael Jackson was tied into that. Michael Jackson understood. He woke up at 3 a.m. and he would call his producer Manic, panicking. Hey, we need to get into the studio right now. He said, no, we'll get in at 10 o'clock tomorrow. We'll meet you there. We're scheduled for 10. No, I need to go in now. Michael, what's wrong? I got a song. A song came to me in my dream, and if I don't record it, Prince is going to be able to pick it up, and Prince is going to get the dream. Prince is going to get the song. I need to record. Michael Jackson is on record being tuned into what we call the Akashic or the Book of Life, to be tuned in. So you need a attunement. You need to be attuned back to remember your first love. Why did you get into this thing? Why did you get into it? Over the years, it becomes about other things. It becomes about being right. For many people early on, you want to be right. You got to be right. And then you kind of like forfeit the truth in order to be right. Or to have a narrative. Christianity, me also, It doesn't fit the narrative. It sounds like true, but it doesn't fit the narrative. So you kind of sell it out. But listen, truth at the end of the day needs not your approval nor your opinion. It will stand for itself. It will stand the test of time. Is it New Age? Are you guys teaching New Age? It's very new. It's very New Age. But it's very old age as well. It is eternal. Truth is timeless. Doesn't give a damn what you think about it. It doesn't need you to stand up for truth and stand up for justice and be a no. Truth don't care about your opinion. How can you say that, brother? Truth is relative. Truth is subjective. How can you believe that? And look at Jesus. He told you he was truth. He showed you, not damn telling. People tell you all kinds of things. He showed you he was truth. He showed you. Just when he told you, you didn't believe him anyway. He showed you. And then he goes to stand before the Sanhedrin, and he stands before Pilate, before his deathbed. Jesus, tell us, what is truth, sir? They're going to spare his life. If you can explain to us what truth is, we'll let you go. Tell us, you're the Messiah, right? Tell us what is a Messiah? What is that thing? He's just looking at you folk like they lost their mind. Man, he didn't even answer him. He's like, listen, we're giving you a chance to answer. Speak for yourself. He said, man, listen, truth will defend itself. What the hell the truth need me to speak up for it? Truth is going to exist long after I'm gone. And it's better that you kill me. It's better that you kill me, because the moment that you do, my disciples are picking up my message and they're running with it. When a seed falls to the ground and it dies, it breaks itself so it can be dispersed into the ground, into the atmosphere. Jordan Maxwell's energy, his essence, you thought it was powerful? Listen, level up, baby. Anything he represented is going to fall on people who weren't ready for it. And they're going to have seeds of knowledge and wisdom and inspiration. They're going to look into things that inspired Jordan Maxwell. They're going to look into Blavatsky's work. They're going to look into my work. They're going to look into the Bible. They're going to look into all this stuff. And they're going to find Astro-theology. They're going to find syncretism, how all of this stuff is connected. And it's the greatest story ever told. That's what Jordan was on record for saying a lot. And I didn't like it. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't like it when he said that. The Bible is the greatest story ever told. It's the greatest story. I didn't like it. It's not a story, Jordan. It's real. It's reality. It's real, Jesus. It's the greatest story ever told. Why? Because it's in the stars. It's in the molecule. It's in the atom. All is atum, adom, It is in the all. Anywhere you look, you're going to find that story. So we can break it down and articulate it with grace and with peace and with truth. We can get the super friends together, which is what we're doing. I'm going on a call right after this with my friend Micah Dank, who is he's given his life to the study of astro-theology, which is inspired by Jordan Maxwell. And instead of us being enemies of, it was literal. It was the literal word. Oh, it was the spiritual word, bro. It's spiritual. It's in your body, man. The kingdom of heaven is within you, bro. It's all of it. It is within you. It is outside of you. It is in the atom. But it is in the stars and in the zodiac. Now we can come together. Because somebody like Jordan Maxwell gave up his life for us to do that. He couldn't see it. He couldn't see it. He brought the torch as far as he can go until he passed it off. And he handed it over to me. He handed it over to you, Adam Starseed Bay, Mary, Sandra, all of you people. Why did it over you? Whatever that represents, people. It doesn't represent something good. To me, it represents something beautiful. But beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I can't say anything to you to show you what his work means to me. Now, I can show you the people inspired by my work, and how their lives have been literally transformed, that they know that that they're not alone, and know that they're not crazy, and it's tying the loose ends together for their own personal research that they've been doing since they were children, since their eyes have been open, and for many people as children, to not feel alone or feel marginalized, to embrace your freak flag, to embrace your truths, is what Jordan represented, and I think it's what I represent. And I take that. I wear it as a badge of honor. Say whatever you want about me. You know, it doesn't matter. Say whatever you want about Jordan. Those who know. And what's understood doesn't have to be explained. What's understood doesn't have to be explained. And that's where, because it's like a mutual knowing. It's a mutual knowing. I don't have to explain to you and, well, let me show you in the Bible. Let me bring you back. We can do that. I love that. That's what we're here for. But those who know, they know. Adam says, can you make a video honoring Jordan Maxwell, TruthSeekah? That would be awesome. That's kind of what this is, you know, me honoring Jordan on here. My work is going to continue to honor him, and I think me saying his name continues to honor him. In the face of adversity, in the face of persecution, where it's not cool to say his name. You can say Jesus' name where it's cool to say his name, right? Church and stuff, Christian audience. Go to a secular audience. Go to college. Speak the name of Christ. And then he'll salute you. Then the angels will stand up. Go to somewhere where Jordan Maxwell is despised and laughed at and scoffed, and say his name. He'll salute you. And everything he represented. Trip Davis says, Coast to Coast AM. Yeah, so Micah Dank. So here's my story with Micah. We're about to go live here in a little bit. I gotta see what time it is. Here in about an hour, we're going live on the Occult Priestess, her channel, and me, her, Michael Dank, and there'll probably be other people, and we're going to talk about Jordan as well. But so my dream has been, one of my dreams has been to be a guest on Coast to Coast AM, a station, a podcast, a show that has meant a lot to me over the years. And Micah Dank was on that show, and he's like, Micah started listening to my music, and his mind was blown. Wow, love your music, TruthSeekah, man, you're awesome. And so Micah just really embodied what honor is, to be honest with you, which was like super commendable. And because of that, I'm going to say his name for sure. I'm going to make sure I'm going to go out of my way to say his name. Micah, he was like, bro, I was on Coast to Coast last week. I'm cool with the guy who does it every other Saturday, every other month or whatever. I can get you on. They'll love your work. Really, bro? Micah talked to the people that he needed to talk to get me on Coast to Coast. And, fulfilled one of my dreams to be on Coast to Coast. I wasn't with George Norrie, but I was still on Coast to Coast sharing my story with thousands of people, millions of people listening. It's been a dream of mine of being a student listening to hours and hours and hours of Coast to Coast, and Micah gets me on Coast to Coast. And then not only that, he just gets me on every other podcast he can think of. It's kind of weird, to be honest with you, because we don't know honor like that. We don't know people going out their way to honor you. We know people in passing, yeah, Michael Dank's pretty cool. But like, hold on, y'all gotta know about TruthSeekah. You gotta know about it. Like, Michael Dank went out of his way, man. And he was getting me on all these podcasts, even big shows and radio stations and Coast to Coast. I was like, bro, like, how can I repay you? Because people were trying to charge me thousands to get on Coast to Coast. And then it wasn't even certain that I could get on there. Pay us $3,000. We'll see what we can do. What? Yeah, I ain't got no 3,000. Three what? 300? No, 3,000. We'll see what we can do. Maybe not. Maybe. Sometimes. Yeah, he will know sometimes. And Micah hit me up and was like, I can get you on, man. Like, I'm cool with those people. And Micah got me on. So I said, man, what can I? And I talked to Mike. I was like, how can I pay it forward? Like, how can I pay it forward? I'm going to say your name. What resources do I have? Yeah, man. Just wrote these books about astrology and blah, 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 blah. And so-and-so. Said something about Jordan Maxwell. He was like, man, I love Jordan Maxwell, man. His work really means a lot to me, and I'm inspired. Like, I'm doing what I'm doing today because of Jordan Maxwell. That's what's up, bro. Me too, bro. Me too. I said, bro, have you met him before? You talked to him? No, I never talked to him yet. I love to talk to him. I said, bro, you ain't talked to Jordan yet. I said, hold on. I said, bro, hold my beer, bro. Watch this. I got you, guys. What? You can get me on a call with Jordan Maxwell? Listen. I said, Micah, Jordan's kind of iffy. If I call you or if I FaceTime you, answer the phone because Jordan might be on the phone with me. So a couple weeks passed by and Jordan, he's been going through health problems, you know. And so Jordan finally got him on a call on Zoom. And I hit Mike up. I said, hey, bro, join this call. Join me. Hit me up. Hit me up. I sent her the link to join. And I got to put Micah Dank on a call with Jordan Maxwell, you know, and get to see him, his face like a little kid, Jordan, I want to show you my work. Oh, Jordan, you mean so much. And to see a smile on Jordan's face. Come on, man. That's what it's about, y'all. That's what it's about. You know, and so for me to be able to pay that forward to Micah Dank and to Jordan. Hold on, Jordan. Meet a super fan. Meet a super fan. This guy has written books and paid money and done his thing, and because of you, because of what you've inspired. So honor, guys. If anything, at the end of whatever this talk is, to honor people. Even the ones you don't agree with. Those Christians on that call that hit me up on Messenger and they're like, how could you talk about Jordan Maxwell? How can you talk about Blavatsky? How can you talk about blah, blah, blah? How can you honor these people? I said, bro, it's easy to honor people that you love. I mean, Jesus talked about this. Anybody would die for a good person. Which one of you would die for a wicked man? Which one of you would give up your life for a person who didn't deserve it? Oh, you easily give your life for somebody who deserves it. You deserve salvation. You deserve love. You deserve grace. Christ represents coming to those who don't deserve it. That's what grace is. And I'm a product of grace. If somebody, y'all might deserve it. Y'all were probably good people. Y'all were good students in school, good kids, good children to your parents. You probably didn't steal. You didn't break nothing. You didn't, listen, I don't deserve it. I don't. At all. Nothing. These birds singing, this house I'm in, my platform, my life, I don't deserve it. But that's what keeps me in this place of being broken, to be able to say, listen, this grace is a gift. Grace is a gift. And it's a gift, then I cherish it because I didn't earn it. If you earned it, then listen, salute. You can earn it again. If you earned it once, you could do it again. You can get it over. You deserve it. You're good. You're a good person. This is what I didn't deserve it. I'm a nobody. I'm nothing. And I was given a second chance, you know. And so that's what grace and the gospel and Christ, that stuff means to me. And I have to be a representation. I'm a devotee of the Lord Jesus Christ, and whatever his story represents, or the historical figure, or the mythological character, whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. It doesn't have anything to do with the price of rice in China at the moment. It doesn't. It's real to me, damn it. It's real to me, damn it. That's what I represent. And I think that's what Jordan represented, and paying it forward, honoring people who don't deserve it. The Christians can't understand it. They still can't. How can you honor Jordan Maxwell? They get mad. They unfriend me. They unfollow. They don't. They throw anything that's beautiful to them. They throw it out the window. How can he be a Christian and still venerate Jordan Maxwell? How can he? Jordan's a Luciferian. He worships the devil. How can he? They throw it out the window. I said, man, listen. I said, bro, listen, I'm finna blow you. You want me to blow your mind? Damn, Jordan Maxwell, listen, I honor Satan, man.
You want to run them off quick? Just go over their head. Go over Jordan Maxwell's head. Jordan Maxwell's down here. Satan is like, "Roar," the big guy. Man, listen, I honor Satan, man. Shout out. Hey, man, thank you. Honor. Thank you. Listen, you do what you do very well. I don't worship Satan. I don't pray to Satan. I salute. Hey, man, you and your demons, if I submit myself to you, I have to answer to you. Listen, I don't want nothing to do with you, to be honest with you. As far as making a conscious decision to learn the way of the Dark Lord. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. But I salute you because I know that you represent a barrier of many things. Man, these birds are trying to get into my shed because they know I got seed in there. Hey, get away. Come on, bird. Listen, y'all, we ain't finna have this. Get away. Shoot. They know I got seed in. I gotta get the seed out the shed, man. You know, we've been helping the seed. We've been helping the birds out. And get in the damn shed to get the seed, man. Gotta give them some more seed. Bird, I'm trying to help the birds out. I got this little statue. He has some seed in there. It's St. Francis. Me and my wife we got a pretty cool backyard. We got lights and stuff. Anyway, that bird's trying to get in the damn shed. You don't want him getting in the shed because the squirrel's gonna follow him. Sorry, y'all. Anyway, listen, respect all people. Respect Satan, all beings. Respect to say, hey, man, salute, man. I honor you. Listen, I want nothing to do with you, man. Listen, real recognize real. Listen, you do what you do very well. I don't want nothing to do with you or your imps or your possessions or whatever you do. I represent the order of Melchizedek with my homie Hoshi. Kissing me in the mouth now. Not on camera. Tell him what's really happening. Hoshi, speak for him. Tell him what's really happening. Rah, 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 rah. Rah, rah, rah. Sit. Sit. Shake. There you go. Tell him what's happening. Tell him what's really happening. Yeah. Respect all beings. Right? You respect me, buddy? Respect all beings. Nature. If you respect them, they'll respect you. Satan don't respect y'all. That's for real. That's real. Satan don't respect Christians. Right? Because Christians don't respect him. He's coming for you. What you focus on comes for you. Hey, I see you liking it. Whoever with the Clint got the husky, got the husky avatar. I see that. Listen, if you don't respect them, they won't respect you. Does your name carry weight? If you're not a man of integrity, if you're not a man of respect, your name carries no weight. Peter, I know. Jesus, I know. But who are you? No, come on, birds. Who are you? Your name don't carry weight around here. Get on, bird. Get on. Man, it's making me mad. They're trying to get up in the shed. I gotta get it out of there. They're going for the seed. Y'all need a reality show? I'm trying to get up in that little crack. You get him out. Little bird. Put some foam in it or something. God, doggy, he keeps going back. He's right here, y'all. On the fence. Hey, buddy. You better not be laying no eggs in there. I can't have y'all going up in my shed, man. They're hungry. Man, I'll give them some seed. I'll give them seed, but they're not going in the shed to get it. They don't, like the squirrel got in one of the feeders and he just busted open all the the sunflower seeds. Ate all the damn sunflower seeds. Just trying to get the seed in here. The birds just want to be on the live. Well, he was on the live for sure. I seen what he was live and trying to do, get in the shed. Trying to tear it up. Look like it's pulled up too. They're working together on that one. Anyway, I got the St. Francis statue because St. Francis was friends with the birds, right? He had communication with the birds. He preached to the birds, all that. And so we just kind of bought some stuff for the birds recently for the backyard. But I can't have y'all trying to like nest in the dang shed. So it just ain't gonna happen. I'm just throwing some seeds out. Anyway, I'll be on with Micah Dank here in a little bit, and the occult priestess, and whoever else they have coming on talking about Jordan, and maybe I'll get to share some stories. Maybe I'll get to remember some stuff, or it'll piggyback off of some other stuff people have to say. But I'm doing what I'm doing today because of that man's work, and it means a lot to me. And you guys are being impacted by him too. So give credit where credit is due. Honor those who came before you, especially those who you don't agree with. Especially. Not. It's easy to honor people you agree with. Find somebody you don't, and look for something that you can honor in those people. Goes a long way. There will be more. I've been studying for real a lot of wild stuff that's challenging me and my wife and many people, to be honest with you, about the Nephilim and the fallen angels and the different type of beings anyway that were, I would say, ministers in the kingdom of God, like ministers in the temple. And all of those Nephilim that y'all been studying about, they weren't all bad. The Nephilim weren't all bad. The Nephilim weren't all demonic entities trying to possess and kill people. Like, many of them received roles in the kingdom of heaven. Many of their names were venerated amongst the stars. And I've been doing a lot of research biblically on their names and what their names represent, and also what they look like and what animals they were mixed with. And when it comes to a time of remembering, I want to remember their names too. I want to remember their names. They're here and they're governing over certain times of the year. I want to remember, I want to say their name. And I say that, it sounds weird, right? For sure. But they did it in the Bible. You know, they're doing it now. But they're just, because we can't handle it, they give you religion. I'm giving you seed, bird. So, shalom, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll try to do more of these. And I really do have fun coming on here reading. I'm reading your comments the whole time while I'm talking. Can't go in my shed, bird. You hear him? It's the same bird. We'll do more. We'll give an update on this bird. You can build a house somewhere else. Not in this shed, buddy. I'll get him a bird house. Put it on the fence. Right? We'll do more. Make sure you guys share this out. We do have a retreat coming up for those of you who are interested in doing an overnight stay with me and my crew in the Mobile, Alabama area. That's where we're going to be. April 23rd. We've been doing some of these we did one in December. It was the last one we did, I think. And they've been amazing. We love it so much, being able to meet people from the community and stuff. And we got another one. Oh, he's in the hole. Keeps going back in the hole, man. I'm going to put some foam in it. Anyway, April 23rd, Mobile, Alabama. Go to TruthSeekah.com if you want to get info on that. Also, our weekly hangouts and stuff like that is available via Patreon, $5 a month or whatever. Anything you can afford to get access to that. I'm just checking out this bird. I don't want to be like a mean guy, but you can't go in the shed, bro. Hit me up, y'all. Let me know. Listen, write me back. I've been blowing people's minds. You know why? Because when people inbox me, I respond. They're like, oh my God, I know you'll never respond, but if you ever did. And he said, hey, what's up, bro? What's happening? What's happening, man? I try my best. Love y'all. Peace. Shalom. We'll do it again. Keep seeking. Let me know what you're finding, too. It's good stuff.